Good afternoon, Timmy Talkers, and welcome to my Freemasonry video number 2. I had some nice questions on the last one. One of them was, why do people join? What do you get out of it? Well, I can only tell you why I joined. I remember when I was less than 10 years old, there's a big Freemasonry centre in Gravesend, and I did ask my mum when we was walking past, what's that? And she went, come away from that, that's just weird. Obviously, that's the last thing you want to say to someone. You don't want to join something. So, as years went on, I haven't got any Freemasons in my family. I didn't. I've got a couple now. I didn't know any. I didn't know anything about it. Obviously, it's mentioned in culture in an episode of Steptoe and Son. They're discussing something, and he said, "Well, that's better than a Mason's handshake. That is." So I don't know if it means it's underhanded or trustworthy, probably underhanded. And then there's an episode of Only Fools and Horses where, I don't know if anyone remembers it, when he starts going out with Raquel and he tries to join the Masonic Lodge to try and get her into acting. So it's always been mentioned in things, and as years went on I became more and more conspiratorial, to the point where I thought, well, the Masons seem to be tied into absolutely everything. So I'll join that, and then I'll know about aliens, won't I? And so on and so forth. You don't. All it is for me, it's given me something to be a part of. I think throughout history, you've always had groups of people, your local community. Years ago, it was your street. Everyone was a part of their street and then their town. People join the army or the navy or the air force, and they become part of a battalion or a platoon, and they get that camaraderie. Even youth clubs and stuff like that people join. You're part of something. You're part of a shared experience, and that's what I like. We've never been so connected, but have never been so lonely. Everyone's got their telephone. They can say, I've got 400 friends. I've got 500 friends. You haven't. You haven't got 500 friends because you haven't met them. If they turned up at your house, all of them in one go, you wouldn't know who they are, and you certainly wouldn't have enough cups. So for me, it's given me something which I think society is missing a lot. It's personal connection. Yes, I could phone up anybody today, but it's not the same as meeting someone, having a drink with somebody, talking to somebody, actually shaking hands with someone or bantering with people. And so I think, for me personally, it's given me a really good sense of belonging to something. As I said in the last one, it's been going for 300 odd years. It wouldn't be if it didn't bring everyone together like that. Tonight we've got an initiation. A fellow's joining my lodge, who can join my lodge, and once he's in my lodge, as I said before, he can go to any lodge in the world that's recognised by the United Grand Lodge of England. You can go on the United Grand Lodge of England website and you can see all the territories around the world. And I'm quite envious of him because I remember how nervous I was. You're always very nervous. So I can remember how nervous I was, but I can remember the elation once I joined. The initiation does seem weird. All of the ceremonies seem weird until you've been through them all and they're all explained. There is a reason and a purpose behind everything. There is nothing just because that's how it is. It's because of this reason. And as I said before, it does make you, or made me, or has made me, a much better person. I don't think I've ever been quite as content as I am now. There's a big difference between contentness and happiness. Go back and look at my happiness Timmy talk. If you're looking for happiness, you'll never be content. If you're content, you will always find happiness. And that's what I've got now. So, hence, I've got my fancy braces on. Trousers are a bit tighter. I must have had a gluttonous fortnight because they're a bit looser than this last time. And I'm very much looking forward to this evening, getting a new brother to join my lodge. The lodge is the group of people who meet in the building. So you could have a dozen lodges, different lodges, in one building. Mine's a based and military lodge, but most lodges, if you like to think of them as something like a little guild, so you'd have had a butcher's lodge and a greengrocer's lodge and a car mechanic's lodge and a policeman's lodge and so on and so forth. So they'd have been little unions, if you like. So tonight not only have I really, we're welcoming a brother into our lodge, we're welcoming into a worldwide fraternity of Freemasons. There are 6 million of us in the world, massive in America, massive in India. So I'm looking forward to one day getting out and about. Click, like and subscribe. And as I said before, I've got a TikTok thing up there. And in the bottom in the descriptions box, I will put on my song again, which I did for the last episode, which is Square Hammer by Sweden's premier unusual rock band called Ghost. And I only put this one on because it just is so Masonic, it's untrue. If you're curious, then please go and look at United Grand Lodge of England's website, and there are more information than I could ever give you. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, Timmy Talkers. Bye-bye.